So a payload is, as I mentioned, something you can remote deploy on the endpoint. So you can see already, we have like a couple of things that pre-populate, a couple of services that pre-populate payloads that they need, to do memory dumping or installing WireGuard for LimaCharlie. Now, in this case, we're going to create one. And to do that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to give an example of whois.exe. Yeah. So I will do this. So I'll create a payload. It's giving me a curl command that I can use to just go and push it, push the actual executable directly. So that way you don't have to be on the same system. What you're not seeing, I will show you just because I'm slow at switching between Windows, is whois.exe. So I'm just executing the upload. Perfect. And if I just refresh, so what I did is I uploaded sysinternals whois.exe. Again, just a quick example, show you like, hey, things are going through. So I can see whois is now available. So that means that people in my organization with the right permissions can task interactively or through any of our kind of automations to say, hey, on these boxes, I want to deploy this payload with these arguments, and whatever happens, right? Whatever executes. So what I'll do next is I'll create a API key. I'll just call it test. I'm going to say enable all the things for now. Actually, before I do that, I will copy my org ID. And again, I'll switch in a second to show you what that looks like. So LimaCharlie login. So what I'm doing is I'm going into CLI and I am logging in using that API key. So I'm going to create it, copy it as my default key. This, good. All right. So now that we're done, I will switch to the CLI and hopefully it doesn't break things. So I'll stop presenting. Application window, here we go. Okay, I think it's working. So yeah, you can see all I did was, I pip installed LimaCharlie. So it's a Python-based SDK as well as CLI. So LimaCharlie login, I gave my org ID, I gave my API key, and I'm good to go. So I can come in and say LimaCharlie who. So it's going to tell me, hey, this is who you are. These are the permissions that you have. So we're good to go. Let's try to run a payload. To do that, I'm going to go live. Again, that could be done through the REST API, the Python SDK, the Go SDK. That's still a bit earlier, but is coming up. Here we go. So we are live. So I will go say run. Payload name is whois.exe. Arguments, because this is a sysinternals, it means we need to give it a -accept AULA like this. And I'm going to run this. There we go. So we ran it. So here's what happened here is that command went down to the agent. The agent received the executable that we had uploaded to the LimaCharlie cloud. It copied it to a local directory. It was an exe, so it didn't need any interpreter, but it could have been a bash script, a PowerShell script, like anything like that. Dropped it to temp. As you can see here, this is where it was, and it executed. In this case, I didn't give it like very proper arguments, so it's just giving me the help. But you can see like, hey, this is, this came out, and it took what, like, I don't know, 200 milliseconds for the whole thing. So that's really cool. If you have custom executables, sometimes to do triage or discovery, you can do that. You can use LimaCharlie and still use those things, and you can do that at scale. Maybe you're generating a bunch of files on disk. You can also use the artifacts, which I'll show you, to go and grab those as well. So this is really, really powerful.